Well, it is 6 a.m. on the 30th of December 2024. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast News here on Star 103.5 FM. And coming up this morning, New Patriotic Party calls bluff of Speaker Bagbin over his description of recollated parliamentary results as null and void. We'll tell you more on that and also tell you about the NDC's professional forum who are warning MPs to desist from changing Alban Bagbin as the Speaker in the 9th Parliament.
We want to be the first to dare say that our members of Parliament should dare not make a mistake. Troy, they dare not make any mistake in changing you.
Well, also in the bulletin this morning, outgoing NPP MPs rally support for Alexander Kwamena Afenyo Markin as the minority leader in the 9th Parliament. And later, we'll bring you updates on the situation in Dom Kwabenya over the weekend when recollation basically could not happen. Stay with me because I've got details of this and more.
Star News is coming to you live on Ultimate 106.9 FM in Kumasi, Empire 102.7 FM in Takrady, Zeps 95.9 FM in Zebila, Nissim 100.1 FM in Lamshao, My Star Radio in the USA. Also live on Facebook on Star 103.5 FM and on starfm.com.gh around the world. This is Star 103.5 FM. Star News. Informed, in depth, in touch.
Grateful for your company this morning. Welcome aboard the Breakfast News here on Star 103.5 FM. I am Joshua Kodjo Mensah. We are live from our studios at the Platinum Place, Northridge. To our first story this morning, and the New Patriotic Party has called the bluff of the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin. It follows Speaker Bagbin's description of recollated parliamentary results as null and void. Now, the Speaker, while addressing the gathering, hinted that MPs in the disputed constituencies may not be sworn in despite securing victory during the recollation exercise. Listen.
And I can tell you this because when I'm speaking the truth, I have nothing to fear. If you ask me tomorrow that I said yes, I said. The decision of the Supreme Court just followed the position I took before even they delivered their decision. To become a member of Parliament, you have to be elected by the voter, and you have to be declared by the Electoral Commission, but you have to be sworn in by the Speaker. Until you are sworn in by the Speaker, you remain MP elect. So I was very clear in my mind that some of those recollation and re-declaration were completely null and void ab initio. They were unknown to the law. And so they were not properly so-called MPs elect and not qualified to be sworn in by me. My clerk is here. We had those discussions. When I told them, they were all surprised. I said, yes, I'm the gatekeeper. The right thing must be done for us to be able to reset Ghana. And so this recognition, I tell you, is going to do more than what I have done.
So you heard the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin. Well, Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Haruna Mohammed, says they are unperturbed by the Speaker's utterances.
He will not be the Speaker in the 9th Parliament, so he should shut up.
He's saying that he should do what?
He should shut up. He's not going to be the Speaker in the 9th Parliament. This is not a time for him to be Speaker in an 8th Parliament, speaking about something that is going to happen in 9th Parliament. We are yet to get a Speaker in 9th Parliament.
He says that he's not going to swear these MPs in.
Is he the one to swear them? That is what I'm saying. Is he the one to swear them in? Is he the Speaker in the 9th Parliament? When the Electoral Commission declares you as a winner, it does not qualify you to be sworn in by the Speaker. It is when the Electoral Commission, through the returning officer, declares you. The returning officer has to prepare a writ the writ must get commission, and the commission will then gazette. It is the gazette that allows the speaker to swear them in. So it is wrong for him as a lawyer to say that the EC declares you and he swears in the person as member of parliament.
Well, Haruna Mohammed is Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. So who becomes the next Speaker of Ghana's Parliament? That's the question on the lips of many Ghanaians. Well, the NDC's professional forum has issued a stern warning to its MPs to maintain Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin as the Speaker of Parliament in the yet-to-be inaugurated 9th Parliament on January 6, 2025. According to them, the Speaker has established a stronger Parliament under the 8th Parliament and has represented the party effectively. The global president of the NDC's professional forum, Ambassador Sampi Yale, was speaking at a ceremony to present a citation to Alban Bagbin here in Accra.
Spirit of our party. Anytime he spoke to you and with you, you had insisted that you wanted to establish strong and stronger institutions like the parliament. And once again, Right Honorable Speaker, we want to assure you of our unflinching support for your endeavors. We want to be the first to dare say that our members of parliament should dare not make a mistake. They dare not make any mistake in changing you. We are not just making a political call. We have researchers among us. We have persons who are on the ground and know what the ordinary man or woman feels and knows. And we have come to the firm conclusion that you will be needed even more in this one-sided parliament. Because if you are not who you are, there's going to be the temptation of saying that, as somebody said, you instead of just putting your gavel, you just say Ezu, and the people say Eza.
Ambassador Sampi Yale is global president of the NDC's professional forum. Now, still sticking with parliamentary issues, the outgoing NPP member of parliament for Tema West, Carlos Kingsley Ahinkra, has strongly defended the position of Alexander Kwamina Apenyo-Markin as the potential minority leader in the 9th parliament. Now, despite the party's poor performance in the recent general elections, some outgoing NPP MPs, including First Deputy Speaker Joseph Oseusu and Kwamina Amankwa Isiama, the MP for Fantiakwa North, have all rallied support for Apenyo-Markin to continue as the leader of the NPP caucus when the new parliament is inaugurated on January 7, 2025. Now, while some political analysts question whether Apenyo-Markin deserves to retain this leadership role due to the NPP's electoral defeat, Ahinkra disagrees. He's been speaking with Star News.
It doesn't behold on Apenyo-Markin to bring a central regency. Apenyo-Markin is just one of the members of parliament in the central region. In fact, he was the majority leader, and his work in parliament, of course, is obvious to everybody in this world. I mean, what he's able to bring on board. For me, I even say that his push depicts an opposition leader more than a leader in government. So if you consider Apenyo-Markin's leadership in regards to what he's able to bring from his region, then I ask the question, Chairman, or does he have the position in the position, or what is he? Members of parliament, everybody goes to fight for him, like I did, or just like somebody else did. Apenyo-Markin also went in there to fight for his own seat. Yes, maybe he might have held one or two other constituents, but he does not hold that want to be able, as it were, equip every constituency into line and get us to. He will try his best, but his duty is not, only reliant on getting people to win that seat. If he can help, yes. But what we are talking about now is who leads the members of parliament of MPP in parliament. And for that, we'll see his prowess, we'll see what he can do, we'll see how he does his things. And we think that with this numbers that we have today, he is better positioned to lead than anybody else that we can finger in that numbers or in that group.
So Carlos Ahenkra is outgoing NPP MP for Tema West. Now, Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, has expressed strong objections to the Electoral Commission's decision to conduct a rerun at a polling station in the Dom Kwabenya constituency. It comes after results from the Abokobi Women Development Center 2 polling station were filled out on a training declaration form instead of an official one, a situation the EC says undermines the validity of the results. There's more in this report.
The Dome Kwabenya constituency election results have been heavily contested due to various reported irregularities at the Abokobi Presby polling station. The results from the polling stations were filed out on a training declaration form instead of an official one, which led to their rejection. Also, the recollation of parliamentary results was disrupted on December 7, 2024, resulting in the destruction of some hard copy declaration forms. Of the 367 polling stations in the constituency, 3 hard copy declaration forms went missing. However, soft copies of these forms were available, as some candidates had scanned them before the disruption. In order to resolve the issue, the Electoral Commission met on Saturday at the Greater Accra Regional Office to recollate the results in contention. After the recollation, the Director of Electoral Service, Dr. Srebo, disclosed that they would report their findings to the Electoral Commission to officially determine the need for a rerun.
The Commission has rejected one, so we have to come and add the 2 and see what happens. So when we added the 2 based on their statistics, the difference between the 2 candidates is now 165. Then the one that was rejected, the total number of voters was 669, meaning that if you give that number to the second person, he will overtake the first person. So it means that you have to go and rerun election at that polling station. We are sending our report to the commission. Then the commission will take a decision when it should be done. But you are sure that it will be done before they are inaugurated.
National Director of Research and Elections for the New Patriotic Party, Evans Nimako, attributed the MPP's attitude to the advice of Dr. Baumia calling his members to ensure there's peace before, after and during the collation process, as they put things in place in preparation of the upcoming rerun of the Dome constituency that was revealed by the EC, of which they were in support of.
What tells us now is that there's the need to rerun in one polling station. We are going to go back and talk to our base. We've really taken on board all those unnecessary confrontations from our opponents.
So you heard the Director of Elections of the NPP, Evans Nimako, ending that report there, and we'll definitely keep a keen eye on that development and let you know as and when matters in the Dom Kwabenya constituency also take different shape. But what we do know, according to the Electoral Commission, is that the possible rerun will be done definitely before the inauguration of the 9th Parliament. Now, away from that, the Krontihine of Achimisuum in the Eastern Region, Nana Bwedi Amponim Obwadia III, is pushing for institutionalization of Operation Recover All Loot Oral program. Now, he believes a structured and permanent body to recover misappropriated state resources and tackle corruption will be more effective. Addressing journalists at his palace, Nana Obwadia III urged the incoming government to establish Oral as an official body with the legal backing and authority to carry out its mission efficiently and independently.
We all know how tedious, how investigations can become compromised, how bureaucracy can set in, and if you give it to Yoko and Shraj and the police, it may not have the same level of seriousness that we intend it does. And so, yes, it must be an institutionalized task force that will see that the agenda is achieved. We cannot allow that, people will go on as it was before. I'll tell you, it is not just for this party, it is not just for this term. It should be something that should carry on into the future. And so if we have an institution like ORA, it will at least send the right signal to the wrong people who think they can come and just enrich themselves. It is a duty to Ghanaians. So I beg him and his team, they should find ways to regulate it and make sure that if even for nothing at all, they can give the cases to the police for criminal prosecution, but they can also initiate civil prosecutions against these same people. I hear there's been more than 400 complaints already. So that means, yes, there's every need for them. The police are there, the BNI are there, YUKO and the rest are there. How come with their inception we get so many cases? And this is a mark that Ghana wants to change.
So you heard the Kronti Unifa Chimbasume in the Eastern region, Nana Bwedi Ampuni Mobwadi III, who is actually calling for the institutionalization of the NDC's oral in the Mahama administration and beyond. And that's how we draw the curtains on the breakfast news here on Star 103.5 FM. This morning is for you at starfm.com.gh. I am Joshua Kodjo Mensah. Nadidi Tete continues with the Morning Star, and we are back at 12 with the Midday Star. Do stay with us.